We're back talking about Life is Strange, but this time we're gonna be talking about Reunion because we played it now, and now we can talk about all the
Yay!
things.
We actually
Um,
played it now. I'm so
yeah,
excited.
yay! And we talk about how we feel and what we like and what we didn't like and what we hope is going to come in the future. Um,
Yeah.
First thing that I wrote down, I wrote down notes, guys. Sorry, but I'm upset that Gwen's not in this game. I just feel like it needs to be said again because she was such a good character, and it's not right that you took her out. All right.
I
I'm
wonder
upset.
why they did. Like she and Diamond were the only ones from Double Exposure who didn't return, right? Is there anybody else?
Um, yeah, because
Yeah.
everyone, yeah. I mean, yeah, everyone was in there. So I don't know if it was like maybe the VA or like creative differences or just they purposely didn't put her in there. I don't know, but I'm upset because she was probably my favorite NPC outside of Safi.
She was a really
Uh,
good character, and I feel like she would have been a good suspect for
mhm,
everything because obviously like she kind of had her own maybe reasons to be angry at Caladon, but maybe they
mhm,
also figured her story was done.
complete. Yeah. Well, I
But
wasn't done with it.
no, I would have loved more of Gwen, but
Yeah, that's
oh
what it
well.
is. Um, but I mean, speaking of Diamond, to what you had said to me earlier, so you think Diamond's gonna be in the next game, as I think that as well. Uh,
Definitely seems like they had set that up. Yeah, and I'm wondering if it will be the time that she and Safi spent on the road together.
That would be interesting, not only just to see like the downward spiral of Safi just becoming another person and
Yeah.
just being like, I don't want to be Safi anymore. I want to be Ivy now. And
Yeah, like Diamond's email at the beginning mentioned like she got really close with Ivy and then they had a big fight or something and then Safi was living as Ivy almost full time. Like what the hell happened? I wonder if it will be another like dual protagonist game. Like what if you play as Diamond and Safi? I think it would be so fucking cool to play as Safi. Imagine playing as a shapeshifter.
and literally like you have to make sure not to fuck up the conversations with people. Like I
Yeah.
have to act like this person and then or they're gonna find me out. That would be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um I mean, I think the next game is 100% like pointing to Diamond because I just don't feel like they would breadcrumb us like that, especially with that end phone call to not do something with her. Like otherwise they would have just wrote her off and just been like fuck you if we don't plan on it. In my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know why else they would have taken her out of the game and mentioned her
Mhm.
so often. Like you said, it's like the breadcrumbs that's, Max was texting her, there was that email from her, Safi talked about her, and then yeah, there was the phone call with her at the end. And just the fact that we still don't know what her power is.
Right, and the fact that the phone call was like, I'm not ready to tell you yet, but when I am, I'll call you. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think it was
okay.
you. Were you the one who said you thought maybe like Max will be like Diamond will be in contact with Max?
Yeah, I had said like, I feel like it's gonna set up the next game. I feel like maybe it could be um I don't know if they're gonna do the road trip thing. I would like that. My idea was like maybe it's gonna be kind of like a True Colors thing. So like Diamond is kind of putting Caladon behind her, finding her own place in this world and trying to navigate her powers, just like how Alex was.
Hmm.
And then like maybe in the beginning of the game she'll call Max and be like, "Hey, I think I'm ready." Or maybe at the end of the game she'll be like, "Okay, I'm finally ready to talk to you." And then it'll be like, "Diamond, good to hear from you." And then like credits roll. And you'll be like,
Yeah,
"Why?" Like
Hannah Tell
but
just shows up for 2 seconds and you're like,
yeah.
no.
But like I mean, I think it would be really cool to play as Diamond. And I even said in my Diamond video, it would be cool if she had like almost like an erratic power because Diamond is a very soft-spoken and kind person, and I feel like it would be interesting to see how she navigates a power that is it doesn't mimic like her personality, you know what I mean? Like it would be
Hmm.
almost like a telekinetic thing like Daniel. Like it would be really interesting to see how she would handle something erratic like that. Um
Hmm.
but I don't know. I truly don't know what powers she could have because there's a bajillion different types of powers out there, you know? Like,
I wonder if like somehow the power could relate to the internet somehow. I don't
So
know what, because I remember like noticing that her personality, like on the crosstalk platform thing, which by the way, thank God they took out of Reunion.
a lot of
Um,
people are pissed that they took it out. I didn't miss
oh,
it.
I didn't miss it at all.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was interesting to read it, but I could care less if it was there,
It was just
honestly.
so much extra reading. Like there's already the text in the journals to read, like and it was constantly going off. It was so annoying.
I know. I'm like, I don't care that like you're having this. I don't care that you're posting this. And I'm like, I literally could care less. Like,
Yeah. But I did notice on there that Diamond, like her personality seemed really different online than she was in person. Like she was the one kind of like, you know, going off and talking smack and like confronting people online, and then she was
but then in
pretty
person,
different in
she's,
person. Yeah.
you know, that kind of mimics a lot of how people act in real life sometimes too. Like, you know?
Well, even Max and her in the first game, like her inner monologue versus how she actually um, is pretty different. And I know a lot of people are, you know, probably myself included, are like very different in how they present themselves online versus how they are in person. Um, but yeah, I'm very intrigued to know what her power is. I wonder if they left it ambiguous because they are already planning another game with her, or if they don't know yet.
I
Or
feel like they don't know yet. I feel like they're probably waiting to see how the sales and the reviews go.
Mhm.
Because I mean, like, why would Square Enix keep dumping the money into it if they're not making it back?
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe they just want to keep doing it because secretly there's like a group in Square Enix that's part of the finances and is championing for like Life is Strange. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I mean, I know
They're leaving a door open just in case, but like they could just leave it if they want.
right, and I feel like that's a smart move to get people more interested, but I mean, who knows? And plus, we have yet to have a black protagonist, which we need.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested, and I would like your idea more than my idea, honestly, because I want more Safi too. But um,
Yeah, I mean, speaking of, just before we started recording, we were talking a little bit about some characters who maybe got a little bit sidelined in Reunion, and I feel like Safi was one of them.
so I like do and I don't feel that way.
Okay.
Like I feel that way. Okay, I don't feel that way in the essence of like you really kind of see her trauma spiral as the game is going.
Mm.
And I feel like that it builds on the double exposure because double exposure is like the beginning of that domino. And then like we see that like, she thinks that she got better, but she's going to leave and go get better, but she only got worse. And then she comes back and you see how like she's not even comfortable in her own skin anymore. She doesn't even want to be herself, and she doesn't even want to reach out to Moses. She doesn't want to reach out to Max. She's not ready because she doesn't want to face what she is clearly closing the door on.
Mm.
And there's a heavy parallel which I want to do a video on, like between her and Chloe, of like
Hmm.
being on the brink of life and death, all caused by Max. They have tough relationships with their mothers. They're both water signs. They both have abandonment issues. Like, there's a lot of parallels between Safi and Chloe, which I enjoyed them showing in the Overlook.
Hmm.
Um, and then you kind of see Safi become unhinged of like that trauma is finally unraveling of being like, Max, let's just leave. Let's get out of here. Just you and me. Like I want to see that you care about me. Like please care about me. Like let's just go. And Max is like, no. And then she tries to do it with Chloe. And then when Chloe's like, a bitch, you can't fool me. Like
Yeah, that was
and
so funny.
and Max is such a hugger. And I'm like, is she? But and then like when Safi sees that she has nobody left and she has nowhere to go, she's like, I'd probably be better off if I just ended my life. And I'm like she's hit bottom.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I enjoyed of just kind of just like seeing her more layers. And I don't know, maybe some people feel like it was a derailment of Safi's character because like she's more happy go lucky in double exposure, and this one she's very dark.
Which
Um,
for good reason, but
right.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I wish she was in the game more, just because I love her. Um, And I mean, like, she's directly tied to a fire and to the story. So I mean, like, she's not completely gone, but
No, and I mean she was definitely more present than like Amanda or Vin like,
mm,
but I think, and I think by the end I kind of figured out what was going on with her, but and maybe the point was to be like very confused by her earlier
mm.
on, but like I remember just being like, what is she up to? Like, what is her motivation? Why is she here? Like, it seemed like she was like investigating her mom again, or I wasn't sure if she was against her mom or with her
Or
mom.
she was sabotaging. Like, you didn't. The
Yeah,
whole game, I felt the same. I was like, what is she doing? Like,
yeah,
are you trying to be chaotic, or are you trying to uncover the truth?
yeah.
And
I didn't know what side she was on. Like,
which is
maybe
how
that was
we
on
felt in Double
purpose.
Exposure as well, I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
And I think that's just how her character is written in my interpretation. I think she's just a very in the gray. I'm gonna do whatever measures necessary to, figure things out, even if that hurts people.
Hmm.
She's just that type of character, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely interesting seeing her, as you said, like she is very heavily paralleled with Chloe, but like to see her as somebody who like resented Max for what happened versus Chloe, who was much more accepting of it
Hmm.
because she loves Max. So I mean, they both do, but um, yeah, seeing like real tangible consequences for Max's powers on somebody who's so close to her was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's interesting to see like the relationship of Safi and Chloe, like how the Overlook stuff has really affected them, because we all the time we see with Max's power how it affects the greater world, but not the people that are super super affected by it, like Safi and Chloe. So I thought it was really interesting to hear, like, see the dead and alive texts, and like, how they're really
Yeah,
wrestling with this and being like, am I alive? Am I not alive? Does my life matter? And it's like that's hits hard,
yeah.
because Max doesn't get that, you know
No, she
like,
doesn't. She's not torn apart in different. What was the thing that Moses said? A different quantum position.
oh yeah, I don't know. He's too
Um,
smart for me. But
but I also thought it was interesting. Like Safi said at one point that like the further she got away from Caledon, the more she unraveled. And I wonder if like Chloe was kind of doing the same thing, like because I feel like once she got to Caledon, once she was near Max, like her vision slowed down
mhm.
unless Safi touched her. So I wonder if it's like a proximity thing, like they're kind of tied to that time and place now.
I don't know. That's an interesting concept.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably all like a physics explanation, That we don't have Moses here to figure it out, but
Yeah.
which, by the way, I mean, like, we had talked about, but like other people have said, like, that they feel like the double exposure characters were sidelined, which I also think is a funny argument, considering everyone hated double exposure and now you want more of them. So pick a lane. But um
I thought
like,
they all seemed more real in this game.
yeah, like we got a lot of Moses. Like, he was our number two in addition to
Hmm.
Chloe, and always want more Moses. Loretta, I liked her more in this game. You
So did
know,
I. Yeah. She
like, I
wasn't as annoying.
yeah, and like she had character growth. And you know what? Me and Loretta were in cahoots. I didn't rewind on her once. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust her. We gonna figure this out together. Like,
Yeah.
and everyone kept saying rewind, rewind. And I was like, no. Like,
I think in
and
my first playthrough I rewound both times, and then my second one I didn't.
mm,
And it didn't really change anything because it
no.
was like she found her way into the party anyway. It was like
Right, right. And we got a lot more of Reggie this game. He was a suspect.
Hmm.
And
Not a very good one.
no, no. Um, but I mean, like, we get a little bit more of Harrod's character. Yasmin, I feel like we got the same amount.
Hmm.
And then we even got new characters, like we had Jeanette, we had Owen, the janitor guy.
We never learn his name.
Noel. the hot
Mm-hmm.
security guard. And then yeah, I mean like
Ren.
yeah, Ren. Even Lucas Colmenero. But the, the I feel like the only people that truly, truly suffered from the double exposure cast was Amanda and Vin. Amanda specifically.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Like,
I mean, now that I replayed it and managed to actually save Vin, because my first playthrough he died.
oh, I saved him.
No, no, he straight up died. Um,
Everyone in my stream was like, "Oh yeah, he died," and they were like, "How'd you save him?" And I was like, "I just talked to him."
well, so what happens is because I didn't accuse Ren, so Ren attacked the school, and then if that happens, Max doesn't go to the Abraxas house. And
Oh,
then you just hear like the Abraxas house fucking
God.
blow up in the distance and then dies. And you're like, so I didn't even
Okay.
get to talk to him in my first playthrough.
Okay, because some people said that like they were talking to him and then he just blew up sometimes if you talk to him wrong. And I was like, oh shit. like,
What?
yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know. You have to like talk him down from the cliff. But I don't know.
Really?
That's what I heard, but I've only played it the one time.
That'd be
Like
so funny. You're just mid conversation, he
and
just
he's
comes
like,
by.
screw this.
Yeah.
um um yeah, I can't confirm it. But
But being able to have that conversation with him, like, um, wrapped up his arc much nicer. Because if you don't get that combo, then you never find out like why he was doing it.
right, you have all these questions. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it even says at the end, it's like did not learn the truth of the Abraxas fire. I was like, no. Uh,
See, I got all the evidence on the first and only playthrough, and that I I accused Ren, I accused Vin, and then the fire happened anyway because of Safi.
yeah,
For me. Um,
I don't think you can avoid the observatory one, but you can stop
okay.
the admin building and the Abraxas fire.
And I almost didn't accuse Ren. I was so close to not doing it because like I failed the back talk and I
Yeah,
was pissed because I was like yelling, I was like, you usually get another try. And I was like, you fail once and they're just like, screw you. And I was so pissed. And I was like, this kid, and I was like, I don't know. I looked in his journal and I saw the casket with like the person with the scribbled out face,
yeah,
and I was like, that means something. And I was like, Lucas, I feel like he's too much of a pussy to do something like that. He's not gonna do that.
yeah.
Joey, I feel this is what I said out loud. I was like, I feel like they're trying so heavily to point the finger at him that it's not him.
That's
And
the same thing I said, but then I still fucking chose him because, well, because they also throw you off when you talk to Amanda and she's like, "Oh, he's like my guy. He's a sweet kid." And I was like, "Well, she's not
it's
making
always
that
the
up."
ones
I
you don't
know.
think.
And when I played it again, I made sure I passed the backtalk challenge, and I think the reason why they made it so difficult is because if you win that challenge, he basically tells you it's going to be him.
Okay. Okay.
It makes it very obvious. So, it's probably
Yeah.
why it was so hard.
I was just like my thinking, like when I'm in like at least the Life is Strange world, I'm like, whenever they make something that's like in your face and too obvious, it's almost never that. It's something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with like the when I was looking at the whiteboard before I ever talked to Yasmin, I was looking at all the evidence. And I sat there and looked at those whiteboards for like 30 minutes. I was like doing my best Scooby Doo shit. Like I was like, all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna figure this out. Like,
Pepe Sylvia. Like
yeah.
they even
Literally,
referenced it at some point.
did that?
Chloe, I think Chloe, when she looks at the suspect board, she's like, "Oh, Moses has gone full Pepe Sylvia on this." I was like, "Oh, that's such a good reference." Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. But like, I was looking at the admin one, and I was like, okay, and I was like, this evidence almost doesn't really help us because I was sitting there and I was like, who has connections to the Abraxas, to Archives, to Yasmin, to Owen, to has all the ins and outs of Caledon and even the board. And I'm like,
Yeah,
the answer is so clear, it's Vin.
yeah,
And everyone's like, why would it be Vin? Like, because I'm live streaming this. And I was like, the only thing I don't have about Vin is he doesn't have motive. And I was like, so I don't understand why he would start that fire. And then when I talked to Yasmin, it started to make more sense. And then when I could accuse, I saw Vin and I was like, I almost didn't pick him. I almost chose Safi because I was like something. I was like, it's got to be Safi and her mom. It's got to be Safi and her mom. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I'm going with my gut. I'm going with Vin. And then it turned out it was him. And I was like, no way. And then you find out it's because like Yasmin was his mentor and, you know, he wouldn't do
Yeah.
anything to protect her. And I was like, okay. Okay. Like I see the connection. I don't 100% believe it, but I see it. Like, if I guess that makes
Yeah. I
sense.
think I guessed his motive before I even really realized that all the evidence was pointing to him. Like I didn't really get like figure out it was him until I was looking at the four pictures and I was like, of these four, like, and also he was the only one who kind of matched the dude with the sledgehammer.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Like
gosh.
if I was looking at him and I was like, that person, I was like, it's either Ren or Vin, and it obviously wasn't Ren. So
Yeah.
just
I didn't think
physically,
about the sledgehammer person.
yeah, well, it must have been Vin. Um, and also, if you, I realized this on my second playthrough too, if you do get every single piece of evidence, it tells you who the prime suspect is.
Oh, like the underline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I looked at that and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I think it's because like I'm on his picture, and then I moved away and I was like, oh, it's underlined, and I was like,
No,
is it like
yeah.
telling me like,
It does,
um,
yeah, if you get
which
every single piece of evidence.
I kind of wish it didn't do that. Don't hold my hand
Yeah.
because it, like I will say that like a lot of people, what I'm seeing from the community is that like a lot of people aren't liking that they kind of are deterring away from the actions will have consequences choice based type thing of this game. And it seems more like they went with the route of like, you know, you truly have to be a detective to figure this out or you're screwed. And I kind of liked that route. Like
Mhm.
you have to talk to everyone. You got to know the ins and outs. If you aren't, oh well, you're going to suffer for it. And I
You
kind
gotta
of
look
liked that.
literally everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's how I play games in general, even outside
yeah.
of Life is Strange. So like I kind of liked that model versus
Yeah.
like
I did
the
too. It felt like one of those old Nancy Drew games.
yes,
Like
yes.
but I did find like the actions will have consequences thing is true because like if you don't tell Safi about the fire, for example, I don't know if Chloe would be able to save her because
Oh,
that's one of
really?
well, because that's one of the prompts in the overlight is she says what like I Max trusted you enough to tell you about the fire and you trusted her enough to believe her. So like if you hadn't
Okay.
told her about it, I don't know, so I feel like there is a cause and effect. And also I realized because I just did it differently on my second playthrough just to see what would happen. I attacked the sledgehammer guy this time instead of distracting,
Hmm.
and he dropped the last piece of evidence
I
that
attacked the first time, so
yeah, okay, I did.
I'm an aggressor.
Yeah.
um,
But even something like I didn't realize, I think I had gone to like turn off the sprinklers and stuff before I went into the custodian's closet.
mm.
So like I talked to Noelle before I found the mask.
That's what I did on my first time. I talked to her before, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh my God." I was like, "What?" And then like I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, how'd she die?" And then I realized I could have saved everyone if I'd have gotten that gas mask. I didn't know, but
I just picked up the mask and was like, oh, I guess I'll use this. I didn't even like
that's
think
what
about
I
it.
thought too. I was like, "Are
Yeah.
we going in that fire? Are we about to be a
Yeah.
firefighter?" And then it was like, "Oh," because I did the same thing. I turned off the sprinklers first.
And it's
Um,
crazy that like to save Jeanette, you have to look at this one little poster on the way up to the observatory and it's like just one thing out of off to the side, and if you don't see that, she fucking dies.
but I like that. Like I like
Yeah,
the fact that like they're like, you literally have to scour our game if you want to get it right. And I'm like,
yeah,
good, good.
yeah.
Because I mean, like if I'm spending my money on any type of game, I'm gonna search every nook and cranny of your game the best I can in an open world game. But like, you know, I want to talk to everyone. I'm doing all the side quests. I want to get everything out of this game,
Hmm.
especially because I spend my money on it. So I don't understand why people rush through it and not do this shit, especially in a game like Life is Strange.
I was gonna say, I feel like Life is Strange is always been that kind of game, even though like it hasn't always hinged on your thoroughness. But even something like saving Kate in the first game, like you, if you didn't
Pick
really
up on
comb,
things in her room
yeah,
or
really
yeah.
comb through her room, like you wouldn't be able to save her. Actually, there were a couple of moments that reminded me of Kate a lot, like um obviously when Chloe is talking Safi down from the ledge, and there's one other moment that I thought reminded me of her. Um but yeah, I feel like they just went further with it in this one. They're like, all right,
Mm.
Gumshoe, figure it out. The game is
Right.
afoot.
Right, right. And you know, I I would honestly prefer if they implement this model moving forward, especially because like it just seems like uh you know the deck 9 games already have shied away from the more consequences type route, like how the don't nod ones are very different in terms of like, you say one thing to this person, it's going to
Mm,
screw you. But and I feel like that would be a better route for them in the future. Just so you don't have to piss everyone off, just
yeah.
make your own thing. Not saying that they copy because I love Deck 9 games, but I mean, because even we see in True Colors, there's not a lot of choices that really super matter.
No,
But
not at
I don't
all.
care either way. I'm there for the story. I don't care that, because I talked to this person, they're going to go die now because I said this one thing. I
Yeah.
don't care.
I feel like there were, I was trying to remember like how many actual like big choices there were. Like I mentioned that like telling Safi about the fire or not, I think that does actually have consequences. But like I chose not to tell Chloe about her death on my second playthrough.
Okay.
It made no difference.
And see, when you toggle on the thing, like it'll be like, this is a major choice. Are you sure you want to make this choice? And it's like,
Yeah.
is it? Is it?
It changed
Like,
her. Well, the reason why I did that is because I noticed in the like stats at the end, it just said like, oh, Chloe went in to the fire like more somber and morose or something. So I guess it changed her attitude a little bit,
but the story as a whole, it doesn't.
but no, it didn't really have an impact on.
Right. So it doesn't need to be in there.
Yeah.
It mean me personally, but um, but it's a question I wrote down for you. Did this game now make you a PriceField convert?
Um,
Like, are you
I definitely like, I think I told you this before, felt that their romantic relationship made sense in this one. And maybe it's because, now they actually have this history as like a couple if you romance Chloe and they're adults. And um, because I feel like in the first Life is Strange, it wasn't like they say, oh, you romanced Chloe, but it's like she just dared you to kiss her once. And,
It's not really anything.
it's not
It's like something
really.
that friends do in like high school, you know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah. And I mean, that game came out so long ago that I feel like it wasn't a big priority. Uh so I think that's why I never really like shipped them, I guess.
I feel like you and I have had the same stance even pre-reunion on Pricefield. I mean, neither of us have been Pricefielders in the sense that we don't ship them romantically. But
I mean, I accept it. I'm not like against
oh
it. I
no, no,
just
no.
like
Yeah, I'm just saying that like, we're not just like, heavy shipping them like how
no,
we would ship
yeah.
like Amber Price.
But I think the difference is that Before the Storm was specifically, or it was more intended to be romantic. I mean, you could just be friends with her, but
Who the fuck's choosing that?
uh, mm, I don't know. I've seen
Nobody I
some
want to
people,
talk to.
but yeah.
Um, but it actually does. And thinking about it now, I just noticed that like the Don't Nod games, they don't really put a lot of romance in those two games versus the Deck 9 ones. They are really romancy.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe that's a little bit why I prefer maybe the Deck 9 games. I'm a lover girl. Like
Mm.
give me the love. Like like I flirt with the character and I'm like, stop. Like, like when I was flirting with
Yeah.
Steph Gingrich as Alex, I was like, okay. Like,
Well, and
like,
I feel like in those games you actually develop a romantic relationship with the
and you
character of
build
your
on it.
choice. Yeah, whereas Life is Strange, it's just like the first two, it just comes down to a couple of choices. It's like, do I kiss Chloe or do I go like hug Warren? Do I kiss Warren? Do I sleep with Cassidy or Finn? Like,
Hmm.
it's not really about like,
They're telling a larger story, which
yeah,
I'm fine with. I don't need romance for a game to work for me, just to be clear. I
yeah,
like it, but I don't need it. Um, but I did feel like when I did play the first Life is Strange, even though I did romance Chloe, I didn't feel the romantic connection. I did it because, I'm like, gay romance, and I love
yeah,
Chloe and I want to kiss her, but I felt like they were just, soulmates of best buddies. Like,
yeah,
and then, but in this game, I felt the opposite. I
yeah,
felt I felt like, okay, this is something that has built a foundation for 10 years and now they're adults and they're like, yeah, we
yeah. You
like
can tell that they had a romantic relationship for almost a decade, and yeah, I thought their chemistry was great. I also they didn't do mocap for the first Life is Strange games, did they?
I I don't believe so. I think that was like the pre mocap type of thing. I mean, The Last of Us, I
Yeah.
mean, what Last of Us came out in 2013 and they did mocap for that, right? But like they
Hmm.
didn't I think a lot of studios weren't really adopting that yet.
I feel
I,
like The Last of Us was one of the first ones to do that, weren't they?
they
Can't
might have
remember.
been I want to say that I mean, I'm not 100%, somebody correct us if we're wrong, but like, like I want to say that they did not do mocap, at least for Life is Strange 1 and 2. I don't think
Yeah,
so. I
I
think it
don't
was
think
like in the
so.
studio just speaking and they animated it.
And I
Um,
think that makes a big difference, like with capturing just subtleties in performance and
mhm.
chemistry, um, because it's two people actually in a room together talking to each other and reacting off each other.
Yeah, these are
Um,
real facial expressions. Like these
yeah,
are, yeah.
and
Um,
I could really see not so much with Max's model because I don't think she looks as much as like Hannah Tell, but I felt that they really made Chloe look like Rihanna.
they did. Like there's
Yeah,
certain if you like watch like the interviews like with them, like the way
yeah,
Rihanna like smiles and stuff, it was the way that
yes.
Chloe smiles, and I was like,
Yeah, I noticed that
Phoebe.
too. I noticed
Yeah.
that too. Just the little
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this. It was like that looks like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like the mannerisms that she was doing, it was like Chloe. And it was so funny because like a lot of the things of like how they react and how uh just everything that they do mimic a little bit of their characters in some way, shape, or
Hmm.
form. Like Rihanna is very just like like, and Hannah's just
Yes.
like, I'm just here. Like,
Hannah just is Max.
yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. And like, I know there's a lot of people out there that like, are ride or die for Ashley Birch, which Ashley Birch is a great VA, just even outside of Life is Strange. I mean,
Hmm.
she does so many amazing roles. But I mean, for me, Chloe Price is Rihanna.
Yeah, I agree. And I wonder if it's also just Rihanna is closer to Chloe's age, you
That
know?
too. And maybe, maybe that's my bias speaking because Before the Storm is my favorite game, but I mean, to be fair, they sound very similar. It's not like it's night and day.
Hmm.
They're very they're very similar performances. They're embodying the same character. So I mean, it's not like it's like, a completely different person. And like you said,
Yeah,
I could feel the chemistry between them with this game. Like it was very good.
totally. And I mean, Life is Strange has always had, some cheesy dialogue that's kind of part of the fun, but I feel like it rolls off Rihanna's tongue better than it did Ashley's. Like there were some lines in the first Life is Strange where I was like, "Oh, I just know Ashley was struggling to say that line." Like, oh, I mean, the writing didn't do her any favors, but like shake that bony white ass or whatever it is, like it just did not sound natural
Yeah.
at all.
but but it honestly, I mean, you could argue that there's a lot of lines that even just the whole franchise that don't sound natural, but like,
No.
but there was a lot of people I've been reading in some comments that a lot of people are saying that this game is overly cringy in comparison to the other games, and I'm like,
Did you play Double Exposure?
did you even play the first one? I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
get in hella more trouble for this. Are you serial? Like, like, just like to name a few,
Ready for the
Shaka
mosh pit, Shaka.
Like, I mean, come on. I mean, like, if you're, and I said this on one of my other streams, and I'm like, if you're not a person who likes cheese and camp, Life is Strange is not for you. If you can't handle that shit, it's not for you, because that is the type of franchise this is. That
Yeah. Even
that
the fucking janitor with his little like dancey dance. I was like, I think I said in my recording, I was like, why are the janitors in these games so fucking weird? Like, because you had Samuel at Blackwell and like that was like that moment, it was so fucking random and weird, but I was like, oh, this is the Life is Strange I remember.
like he's living his best life. Like
Yeah.
he truly is. Like, but I mean, like, if anything, I would be super sad if they took out cringe dialogue in like future entries, because these games are all about like deeply emotional, dark stories. So like those cringe dialogue, those are the happy moments, and I need a little bit of that
Yeah.
because crying
I
for the
don't
rest of
even
it.
I don't even remember like besides the custodian thing, like I don't remember many other moments that really made me cringe. Like even Vin, I think I even said in my playthrough, I was like, man, Vin is not annoying me as much in this game. Like he
It's
felt
because there was
more.
less of him.
Well, I think it was also his writing. He wasn't obnoxious. He wasn't, I mean, there were a couple of moments where he like, because on my second playthrough, I just said I romanced everyone. Um, and at the very end there, the turtle, and he's like, don't be a stranger. Like, I'll see you around, and maybe we can someday. Like,
Ah!
And Max was like, no.
Oh
But
my god.
that was the only thing that he really said that was like, oh, okay, there's Vin. But like the rest of the time, and honestly, I think that whoever that actor is very good. And I remember saying that about Double Exposure too. I was like, man, I hate this character, but the actor is like putting his whole pussy in it.
That's good. No, I almost grow to admire people that I hate or even villains, and I am a person that is partial to villains in any type of media, because if you can make me feel some type of way about a character that I don't even know, a character that you just created through a screen, that is not only good writing, that's good acting.
Hmm.
Like people like, come for me when I say that Cersei is my favorite in Game of Thrones, and I'm like, because look at her performance. And then
Yeah.
like 20 out of 10. And I'm like, you hate her so much because she did such a good job.
She's
Like,
like the epitome of like a character that you love to hate.
mm, mm,
You
like,
know, like she's so, yeah.
yeah. But
Because a good character doesn't have to be a good person,
right,
you
right.
know?
And I tend to find like a lot of like hero characters boring, because
Hmm.
they all tend to be like the same type of personality type, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm here for something else. Um,
Yeah.
not all the heroes, obviously. Um, but oh, I liked the podcast that they put in the game as well. Um, like
Hmm.
I feel like it added more to like the characters and like the lore and like the background. And I like how like there was different people with the podcast too. Like it wasn't just Loretta. Like there was a cute one with Moses, and he didn't even know that it was an
Yeah.
ASMR
Yeah, that
one.
was so funny.
Like I just think it was just a nice little ad, in my opinion. Just
I like it as a concept. I wish we could have still been moving around while listening to it
yes,
because
yes.
I just find like Life is Strange is already a game where you're sitting there and just watching a scene
Hmm.
or listening to dialogue. There's already so much of that,
Yeah.
having to sit through
You want to
3 minutes of,
multitask.
yeah, well, just having to
Mm.
sit there and listen to 3 minutes of a podcast was a bit painful. Um,
I would agree that like if they do adopt it in the future, that I would like to peruse around still.
Yeah, maybe you can't interact with other things while you're listening to it.
Mhm.
But just being able to move around, I think would help me pay attention more. And that's
Yeah.
what people do, right? They don't just like sit where you find the flyer and put your headphones in and listen to the thing. Like, no, you do the QR code and you move on.
Right, right. When people listen to podcasts, they're going for a drive, they're cleaning their
Yeah.
house, they're doing something.
Yeah.
Um,
But as a
what
concept, I thought it was cool. Like,
yeah, just expanding on the world I thought was cool. Like, anything that adds more to the lore, I'm there. I'm a lore
yeah.
whore in all games. Like,
And there
but
were a couple in the turtle that I didn't get on my first playthrough that Chloe can listen to actually.
I missed a couple
Yeah.
from Chloe. And so when I go back on my Arcadia Bay playthrough, I'm gonna have to check those. Um I literally just lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something else. Oh, Max being high on the blood wine was like
Oh my
so
God.
amazing.
That was
Like
so funny.
not only the boop, but like
Yeah.
if you like read her journal and like her text, like her words are fucked up and like
Yeah.
everything. And then she's like, "Do you remember like that guy Warren? And isn't it weird how like we did know people and then now we don't know them anymore or something like that?" And I'm like, "Holy
She's like,
fuck!"
I'm a rabbit. Are you a rabbit? And then
Like
she's like, oh, in her journal, she's like, I'm sorry, I got distracted by that question mark. Or like,
like literally like it was just oh my god like that had to be I mean outside of like the heartfelt and wholesome PriceField moments throughout this entire game, which
yeah.
like I was living for that had to be probably my favorite part of the game is like the blood wine trip. Like
That was such a good way to like, because I feel like in most of the Life is Strange games, they always have like some sort of nightmare sequence, right? And I thought that was such a cool and different way to do that kind of thing.
a
And it
nice
wasn't,
twist, yeah.
yeah, and it wasn't like crazy abstract either, right? Like it's just somebody tripping on shrooms and like,
But it
um,
also dealt with her trauma because she was just
yeah,
like
she has
when
to
she was
face
like looking
herself.
yeah and
Yeah,
I was like oh fuck and I was like this is getting real right now. Like
yeah.
and then like she's going to Chloe and she's like telling her she wants to kiss her and all that. I'm like kiss her you kiss her and then she's like not right now lady. like like
Wait, she tried to kiss Chloe on shrooms?
yeah like I want to say that she said that like she wants to like kiss her or something and then Chloe was like not like not right now or something like that or
What?
there's like I know there's different types of dialogue that you can get based on how you react. Like apparently in the boat scene where they baited us, that was not
Yeah.
cool. That was unkind.
Yeah,
Um
that was fucked.
like they were like, what if we just put this in there to make everyone mad? Ha ha ha. Like even Daughter was playing. Daughter was playing and we couldn't kiss her. Mean.
Well,
But
she's like, I guess I have to wait for the next perfect moment. I'm like, how is just like randomly in the middle of the day outside the observatory a more perfect moment than this super romantic boat ride at sunset? What do
right
you mean?
right 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 but like apparently if you try to kiss her once and then you rewind it and you go to hold her hands then there's different dialogue for the blood wine trip and there's different dialogue when you kiss her as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to play it again.
Yeah, no, I saw it on TikTok because I was like somebody sent it in my Discord and I was like I don't even believe you and then I saw it and I was like like and it's actually like really wholesome dialogue too. And
Oh man.
apparently when you go to kiss Chloe, you can try to rewind it and do it again.
I
And
did
Chloe
that.
will say, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
Chloe's like, what? And I was like, no way. Like,
she's like, there's no way that was the first time. Yeah, I
yeah.
did that on my second playthrough.
Yeah. But like it's little things like that that like it
Yeah.
shows that like, they really put some care behind
Hmm.
some of this stuff. Like for people saying that it's samey, I mean, it's not. Like
No. There was so
and
much just on my second playthrough that like was different. And I didn't always make a different choice. Um, but even just finding all that extra stuff that I missed the first time, obviously the conversation with Vin. Did you know you can talk to Ren in the police car
no.
and give him the photos from the house?
What?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh my God.
And like there were a couple of moments when Max talks to Ren and when Max talks to Vin at the house, she is so assertive, like probably the most I've ever seen Max. Like she goes up to Ren in the police car, she's like, "You fucking asshole." I was like, "Oh
Standing
my."
on business.
I was like, "Oh, Max." And the way she like talked to Vin was I was just like,
Like,
She has
please.
had enough of these men. Like,
um
yeah. Oh, oh, fuck. Okay, guess I'm gonna have to play it again and get the kiss at the Abraxas party. I mean, just
no,
Chloe
there's
being
not a
like,
kiss, but she talks about it.
she
She
talks
talks
about wanting
okay,
to
yeah.
kiss her, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
okay.
different dialogue.
And Chloe's like, maybe not while you're tripping balls. I love
Yeah.
when I just loved that, like, it was Chloe, like, trip sitting Max. You know, it's just not what you would expect.
Chloe being like so aware of Max's power in this game, I fucking loved it. Like all the moments of like, did you rewind? I know what you did this, and then like even her taking Safi's purse and being like,
Yeah.
yee,
Yoink.
like, and Safi's like, wait, what the fuck?
Bitch, you did not just.
Like literally, that was like again another great moment from this fucking game. Like she's
Yeah.
like, hurry, do some rewind shit. I was just like, oh, okay. Like,
Well, especially since you kind of get the impression in Double Exposure that that was one of the main reasons that they broke up, because she just couldn't trust that Max wasn't fucking with things, you know, and even though
and
I
they
don't.
said that in their talk too. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, I know that you didn't. And she was like, but I always had that thought in the back of my head. And I was like, it's a real thought. Like, cause
Well,
you would never know.
that was why her and Amanda didn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Safi clearly held it against Max as well. And like that's such a, like you said, that's such a valid fear. You could be so easily manipulated that way. I mean, Max was doing it to everybody else the whole time. So,
And that's the type of person Max is. I mean, like,
yeah.
Max is a fixer.
Yeah.
So, like, you're having a fight with the person that you love and you said something that, like, made them upset. Hold on, let me just rewind
Yeah.
that and do it again. Like,
It's like the rest of us don't have these infinite do-overs, you know, like I kind of like what Moses said at the end of the game. Like, Max said, you know, what if something else happens? And Moses was like, you do your best and hope it's enough, like the rest of us. You
right,
know,
right. Because
like,
Moses is like, live life.
yeah,
like, just,
yeah,
you just do it. And, clearly that wasn't computing for Max because Max is like, but what if I don't? I'm like, baby, stop it. Like, and I thought it was such a beautiful way of like showing that, like, hey, no matter if you did your best detective work, that fire is always going to happen to show that you cannot always rewind time. You cannot always change everything.
yeah.
Things are going to happen and you need to deal with it. You need to live with it.
And I wonder if that's why, like, when Chloe was falling and she couldn't rewind, that whole thing was so weird. I think I messaged you. I was like, why doesn't she rewind and just pick the ladder up?
Yeah, and I said I don't know why either, and I don't know if that's a plot hole or if it's there purposely to kind of be like, like you can't change these things. I don't know. I don't even know why Chloe was falling to begin with. Why did you jump over the ledge, lady?
Well,
Um,
I think she was planning to, I don't know if she was planning to just jump down or climb down, but then she got blasted off. But she said to Max, like,
right.
you'll save me. Like, I think she just figured, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna
Like
go
you'll
down and get the
figure it
ladder.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they first got up there and the thing shakes and the ladder just falls down,
Why didn't you just
there's
like
literally no reason why she couldn't just stand there, rewind, and like hold on to it, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I'm unsure if that is a plot hole or if it's there as a greater purpose. I'm not.
But then Max turns around and does this and like tries to, maybe that's what it was showing, that they weren't working, but I don't know.
God, and I had I had seen some people like, say that trying to gather all the comments that I read all
Yeah.
the time, but like it's like some people feel like it doesn't really matter like what happened in this game because like it's more of like just NPCs can die and you don't have like main character death. And I feel like some people think that that's what hinges Life is Strange, where I don't think this game needed that because this is a trilogy story, so to speak, with Chloe and Max. I mean, not trilogy because if you want to count Before the Storm, but and like they've already gone through enough trauma, right? Like they
Hmm.
there doesn't if there was any kind of ending where one of them could die, I would be kind of pissed. Like, I kind of like that it was finite. I kind of like that
Yeah.
it was just like, hey, they get their happy ending, whether you want it
Yeah.
to happen or not. And I'm like, yes, deserve
Well,
it. Especially because
until they don't, according to my first playthrough. Although what I realized is, so do you want me to tell you what the photos that I got at the end?
Mm,
So because I hadn't saved everybody,
mm,
um, and I chose to give Max the picture,
mhm.
like you see Chloe like with longer hair, like curled up in her bed crying, and then you see like Max back at Caledon with the fucking picture. So she went back. She like left Chloe and went back. I was so fucking angry when I first played it. Like you can see my reaction in my playthrough. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like because it's fucking post credits. It's like after the stats and everything. I was like, "What?" But but what I did realize is that because I played the game again, it was basically me like going back as Max and fixing everything and saving everything. And
Doing it
then
twice.
and then when you
The
do
full
save
circle
everyone.
moment.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you do save everyone and give her the picture, Max burns it. So it's kind of like I thought that was
I want to unlearn that information. Thanks. Thanks. I don't
that's why I messaged you and I was like, I was fine until the fucking photos at the end.
the
She leaves Chloe and goes back.
Max, you bitch,
Yeah.
listen. Like, stop.
I think
Stop.
I said, I was like, why? I was like, why couldn't she just let go and move on for once in her life? God
Because
damn
that's
it.
who she is. I
Oh.
just want to shake her. Oh my God. See, I burned the photo because in my head, I was like, I need to save Max from herself. That is I was like, I cannot give her this choice because I know what she will make. And I'm taking it away from her. Some people may see that as fucked up, and I was like, I don't no. No.
Yeah,
No.
I get it.
Sorry.
I was
Like
going to on my first playthrough, like I was actually both my playthroughs, I ended up giving it to her, but I was going to burn it in the first one, and then I said, what would Chloe do though? And I was like, I think Chloe would give it to her.
I think that was probably the only choice that I made that it's not what Chloe would do. Cause like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm a person that just acts like Chloe in my everyday life. And I feel like that was the only choice that I made that she wouldn't have done. But
Like Max is the one who's all about kind of making choices for other people. I don't think Chloe was ever like that.
Max in a nice way is deceptive. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, Chloe's not. She's in your face and like, you know, she's gonna let you know. Um I see me as a person, I was just like, Max, I done learned from everything that you've done. I don't trust anymore. So I'm a nope.
I naively was like, "Oh, this would be cool if we do give it to her and then she still decides not to go back, because then it's Max like moving on and
Max
then
is
I
like
saw those.
YOLO. Like
Oh my God. And it took me a second. Like there's the photo of Chloe like curled up on her bed and I was just looking at it and I was like, "Oh, her hair's longer." Not even realizing what was happening.
oh my God. And it was so funny too because like, you know, we get to the end of the game and I had said like probably like 2 minutes prior when I was playing it. I was like, "All right, guys." And I was like, "We got through the game and I didn't cry. I got teary-eyed a few times, but like nothing substantial." And then literally they're walking into the fucking light and then like the montage happens and I just lost
Oh.
it. I lost it. I'm like uncontrollably crying. I'm like they're like, "Why would they do this?"
That
Like
montage, they were like, it'd be hilarious if we just throw in a fucking edit at the end and watch these bitches cry. Like, I was already crying, so I was just like, oh no, why?
dude,
No, I
literally,
cried so many times.
like someone said, like in my stream, they were like, "I bet it's the same person who decided to put like the Rachel Amber phone call, missed phone call shit." And I was like, "It's probably the same sick fuck. It's probably the same person."
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same person who did that montage, but it's definitely the same person who did those fucking pictures. Like
Like,
of Max leaving Chloe again and going back. That was some bullshit. I was so
That's not right.
It's
It's
not
not
right.
right.
It's
Like,
not nice and it's not right.
like they're like, hey, like we made this game like super happy. Like, why don't we just like
Why don't
put
we
a
just
little
remind you that these teenage women are going to fucking die because of some piece of shit man? Uh,
but like also like we just want to like let you know this is the last time you're gonna see them, so we want you to cry once more.
uh,
Like but one of the things I really did like speaking of like the ending, because like some people said that like my song that played it was a fitting ending by Lanterns on the Lake. That's not the song that plays for everyone. It depends on
I'm sure it
your
depends on your choice. Your last. It's
so
the let it. It was called let it be, let it go, or something like that.
yeah. But this whole game, which I really, really thought was cool, was the fact that like songs change depending on like everything
Hmm.
that you do. So like when Chloe comes in, it's either Piano Fire or Spanish Sahara. And I'm like, that is so cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I like that they did that.
I
Um,
remember in our last conversation we were talking about that music and you were like, "Why are they using this song again? That's the one that plays when she dies. Like
and
how is
now it
that?"
makes sense that
And
they
now it
that
makes
they
sense.
but
Yeah.
it didn't play for me. It will on my second playthrough when I do Arcadia Babe. When she comes in, it was Piano Fire, and I love the song Piano Fire anyway. So
Yeah.
I was like three. I was like Piano Fire, like
I
um,
didn't realize that that's what was going to happen. So when I did my Bay with a Y playthrough and she pulled up, I was like, "Oh."
but again, just like little details that really go a long way of just
Yeah.
like a well thought out uh part of the
Yeah.
game.
That's one
Um,
of the things I love about like branching narrative design. Like, and it adds to the replayability of the game too, because then you feel like you can go back and try different things and see if you get any
they're
different
different
outcomes.
experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it's great. It's great to see. Um, and I mean, like I screamed at the top of my lungs, when Daughter was playing,
Yeah. I love
but
Daughter.
I literally I was just listening to Daughter for like 3 hours yesterday on Spotify. Like I just just
I
so
think
good.
they were my top artists on Spotify Wrapped last year because I was listening to music from Before the Storm so much.
Yeah, yeah. It was like the out when it put like top four albums like for Spotify Wrapped. Arcane was number one, Arcane
Mm.
season two. And then Before the Storm was number four, and then the other two were like Paramore and Deftones. Um, but yeah, the it's
Yeah.
just pretty much just like my Spotify Wrapped outed me as being a huge lesbian. Just like
A
it's
lesbian gamer. Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, it's pretty much what it did.
Yeah.
Like even even I'm doing a rewatch of Grey's Anatomy, and like in this episode, like there's I literally am like watching this episode and I was like, is this Daughter? And then I was like, hold on. And I was like, it was Youth by Daughter that was playing. And I started
Oh,
screaming and I was like, how did I not notice it the first time I watched it? I literally texted like four of my friends and I was like, Daughter's in Grey's Anatomy. And they were like, you're literally like the biggest Life is Strange nerd ever. And I was like, it's so cool. Like,
I mean, I was aware of them. Like I knew like a few of their songs before the storm. So that it just to me, I was just like, oh, this is so like I didn't realize that they like scored a game. But then when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, oh, they wrote this from Chloe's perspective. Oh no. Oh, and did you notice that Chloe like kind of quoted one of the songs? So
I don't know.
when she meets Safi outside of the turtle, um, and she's like, "Oh, that was fucking weird." And then she says, "Hopefully Max can make sense of me." And that's like one of the I think it's the hole a hole in the earth from Before the Storm. It's like, "Friend make
Uh,
sense of
yeah,
me, won't
holy
make
shit.
sense."
Holy
I
shit.
clocked that
Easter egg.
immediately. I was like, ah, "I see what you did there."
Easter
Yeah.
egg.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but
They
I like
totally
to
did
think they
because
did.
no, they brought back a writer from Before the Storm to write Chloe.
Oh,
So,
did they? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I mean,
You know,
I'm
you know when it was the most obvious?
what?
Her very first line. Yeah, well, a drum kit doesn't take up so much space and smell like ass after a
Yeah.
gig.
Dude, literally, I have screenshots that like I'm gonna put in like videos that I have yet to put out yet, but like I I have this one already filmed in my fucking drafts of I had 3 different screenshots of people saying that Chloe was boring in this game. She didn't act like herself, and Rihanna does not embody Chloe. And I'm like, did we play the same game? Did we play it, babe? Because literally within the first 3 seconds that like you're literally Chloe, she shoves Ren, she's swearing, and like, like this and that. Like, how is that not on brand for Chloe Price? Tell me how it's
But
not.
it's also 30-year-old Chloe Price, so they didn't go too
Right,
far with it. Like I think I said in my playthrough, I was like, I feel like so she's definitely still herself,
right.
but she's 30. Like,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
doesn't have as big a chip on her shoulder, but she still has her personality. Um,
right.
I
And
thought it was really well done.
that's how her and I are identical because when I was 15, 16, like you say, I walked around with a chip on my shoulder. I literally walked around all the time waiting for somebody to piss me off. I had no fuse. I was always starting fights with people in school, in general. Someone looks at me, I'd be like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like I was that person. Like I
Mhm.
was just so angry all the time. I don't know why. And then like as I got older, I still am a blunt out there person, but now I'm like, okay, now I'm more composed as a normal human being.
Well, I mean,
you
growing up
know,
is all just always just about realizing that the entire world doesn't revolve around you and your problems. And so I think
right.
she had that realization as she grew up, which a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us do. And yeah, no, I thought she was super well written. I really enjoyed Chloe in this game.
To me, it felt like coming home.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt so nostalgic. And some people could say that this is a cash grab, whatever the fuck. But I mean, this game it does prey on the nostalgia of people of this franchise, but in the best way possible, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah, but it didn't feel exploitative.
yeah, yeah. Like it was something that was satisfying to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you give these characters that have not only grown 10 years in the game world, but 10 years in real world.
Hmm.
And now we get to see them again, revisit them again, go on another adventure and explore their issues as adults and see their trauma and then like have them get that happy ending, which lesbians do not fucking get. Um like it's like 1 out of 100 maybe. So I take the happy ones where we can get them. Um, and yeah, I just really really loved this game.
Yeah,
Really really.
I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it didn't feel exploitative. It didn't feel like just fanficky or like pure fan service. I thought there was enough originality,
Yeah.
um, and it was still interesting. And like I said, the characters still felt like themselves, but aged up 10 years with a lot more experiences. And oh, have you seen the theories about Safi being in love with Max? There were a couple of moments where I was just like,
Okay, so
lesbian? Hello?
like
What?
gay, gay, like,
Yeah.
like,
I
but
should be enough for you, Max. I'm like,
like, didn't she say something else at like the table, like something about like, oh, like I could kiss you right now or something like, or
yeah,
like kiss me, and I was like,
I don't know whether to kiss you or kill you. And I was
and I
like,
was like, and I'm
oh,
like, I mean,
really?
if you want to, like, and I'm like, I won't stop you. I'll probably rewind it so Chloe doesn't know, but like, do it, please.
Yeah,
Like,
I dare
but,
you.
like, um, I dare you, but but okay, like I don't know if I'm 100% on that train, but I will say that there are lines that do make it feel like there was some unrequited love going on, but whether it's 100%, I don't know. I mean,
It could be unrequited love as a friend too. Like
because Safi is
she
that
feel
person. She wants
yeah.
someone to love her in any capacity.
She's lost, she lost Maya, who was her best friend, and now it's like she's this blue-haired girl showed up, and now it's like she's losing her other best friend, and
What's also interesting with the Chloe and Safi parallel is also that, like, they had lost someone close to them. Maya and
Hmm.
Rachel are the catalysts of their story.
Yeah.
And, just many ways that they are similar. Um,
I think I said this in our last conversation. Like, I didn't uh, realize like how big a role it would play in Reunion, but I was like, man, Double Exposure was kind of just Life is Strange 1 all over again, but in a slightly different way.
eh,
And it was
Max gravitates
definitely
towards
on
the same type
purpose.
of women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I
and
mean, can't blame her.
yeah, I mean,
Um,
she's got a type.
yeah, lesbians.
Just for me, it's just women, but but
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would I love for Safi to secretly be in love with Max? Sure. Would I love for Safi to be for the ladies? Absolutely. But I don't know if I'm 100% on board with the in love theory. I
Mm,
could see it with the lines that they put in there, but I'm not sold yet. I
yeah.
do think some of the lines were weird, to be fair. But
Some of them are definitely giving.
yeah, I was like, I mean, like, I'm like, are you jealous of Chloe, babe? And I was like, what if we all three get together? Like,
Yeah, three's company, the more the merrier.
yeah, and I'm like, throw
I
Amanda in
mean,
there too. Like,
I
just
every time Chloe and Amanda interacted, I was like, "Can we kiss now?"
yeah, right, right. And I'm just like, they're talking, and I'm like, do they know that they're talking about the same woman? Like,
Yeah.
um, like it,
I am kind of glad that they didn't really go like the jealousy route at all though, because I feel like that would have been just kind of easy and predictable, but
I I'm happy that they did just to make it be healthy and not like toxic lesbians type shit. But
yeah.
although I do wish that I would have seen like maybe a jealous Chloe Price, and maybe we would have seen that in her younger years. She is now grown; she's 30, so it makes
We
sense.
absolutely would have. I mean, think about something I was actually going to say earlier is like if you think about in Life is Strange 1, like she just wanted all your attention all the time. If you put your attention elsewhere, she like guilted you for it.
And now
Um,
this one, she's like free as a bird. You go do your thing,
yeah,
babe. Yeah,
yeah.
she's
Uh,
grown from as a person from her trauma and from her uh self consciousness, and
and
love to
she
see
even
it.
talks about like having repaired her relationship with her mom and
Mm.
oh, oh maybe I won't say it. They mention in the when I replayed it with the Bay with the Y ending, they mentioned David.
Did they?
Um, yeah, I'll let you play it and see if you get the same dialogue. I can't remember exactly how I got it. It's in their first scene at Max's house, but they talk about David briefly. It was interesting.
Who cares? I'm
Well,
I'm a
no, it was like
I'm a David hater.
adult Chloe's perspective on David, though.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure they patched it up and they're all
yeah,
cool, but I don't
whatever,
forget.
David,
I don't
David
forget what
Manson.
happened. Oh man.
I
Uh,
also really enjoyed, and this is something I did not expect at all. I really enjoyed the dynamic between Chloe and Lucas. Like, yeah, Lucas is still a dick, like, but I thought he also was more enjoyable in this game. Like, I feel like he was more like self-aware about how insufferable he was.
he
You know?
knows that he's a pompous
Yeah,
ass. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
which kind of makes all the difference, right? And
Yeah.
it's like he wasn't taking himself as seriously. And I totally thought that he and Chloe would just like fucking hate each other, but I kind of like that he just kind of like tolerated her with a smile, like yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was interesting to see their back and forth.
Yeah.
Um just like I think it's because like she is somebody who like challenges him in like a
Hmm.
conversation, and like he doesn't expect that from like students and people at Caledon. He just expects everyone to just like drink his words like gospel. And
Well,
so
yeah, she's
Chloe's
not a
like,
student either, so she has no reason to kiss his ass. It's like,
right, she's just like, really,
what's
like
your
just like,
deal?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was funny. um
And like at one point he was like, oh, he mentioned something about her daddy issues or something, and then she was like, oh, he said, yeah, with your obvious daddy issues, I take it your parents are divorced too. And she was like, no, actually, my dad died when I was a kid. And he's like, Oh.
Like, that's awkward. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
man.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Um, I, it's just making me think of like all the interactions. I mean, seriously, like all the interactions in this game, whether they were like, they were either like wholesome or they were funny. Like, I was just like, I, I mean, people can call me a glazer, whatever the fuck, I don't care. But like, I just don't know how you can play this game and come away from it and not enjoy your time with it. Like, if
Mhm.
anything, like, plot holes, whatever, be damned. I'm just saying, like, when I play games, when I review games, I review them based on how much fun I had when I played them. I don't do it on like a number scale of like, hey, so the graphics did this and blah blah blah. Rate it as a fucking consumer. And if I had
Yeah.
fun, if I had a good time, yeah, I'll recommend it to you. And if
Yeah.
I like the story, I'll recommend it to you. That's how I do it. I mean, I'm not a critic, but um
No,
but
but you have different criteria. It's like if you overall just enjoyed the experience, you can kind of forgive like some of the smaller things, like we've been kind of offering up criticisms, but I think we both really enjoyed the game overall.
right, like the ladder rewind thing. Is that a plot hole? It could be, but does that
I
ruin
think it
my
is.
experience? No.
No.
Like I does it make the game lesser than? Does it take away any points? No. Not
No.
for me. Like, it's not, and that's how I feel. Like this game just made me feel good in every aspect. And like I love
I
it.
think I also felt a little bit of like satisfaction because, and I couldn't help but think, because as a dev, I think about like what the devs are feeling. It's like, imagine, when double exposure was announced and they were going through all of that bullshit with people saying like, you killed PriceField and you hate
Mm.
Chloe and blah, 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 knowing that they're already like cooking up this next
And they
game
couldn't say
and
anything
they couldn't
either.
say anything about it. And like they were developing this like ode to PriceField the entire time and they were just being smeared. Like,
It sucks.
well, it's like, it's almost like they ended double exposure saying there's more coming.
Yeah.
So
But
maybe let's, and as we talked about before, Chloe was throughout double exposure.
yeah, she haunted that narrative. I mean,
So maybe let's all just fucking calm down and wait and have a little bit of patience for the whole story to
mhm.
finish. What a concept. But I just wonder, like, I was, as I was playing this game, I was like, man, all those people who said that they fucking hated Chloe are probably eating their shoes right now.
I mean, now they have
Especially,
a whole another new plethora of issues, right? I mean, like,
yeah.
we know that, like, in any fandom, even outside of video games, nobody's ever fucking happy, right? And the whiners, the haters, they're gonna be the loudest. Which is why a lot of my content is always like pushing back on like those haters when people leave those comments, and I'm like, I'm gonna make you look really fucking stupid. So because like, if you want to be so bold to put that on my profile, then I have a chance to rebuttal. That's how I look at it. And if I don't agree, okay, well, you're gonna get blasted. I mean,
Yeah.
and truly, and I don't respond to all of them, of course. But I mean, like, this is a franchise I love, and there's a lot of hate out there, even outside of this fandom. It goes into other fandoms that
Hmm.
it's not deserved. And if you hate it so much, why are you here? Get out, leave. Like,
I'm like, are people getting dopamine from being hateful? Like, how does that make sense?
right. Like, whenever I'm scrolling and I see something about a game that I don't like, I just that's it. That's
Walk
all it
on by.
takes. Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
just like, oh hey, I don't play this game. I don't like whatever. And if it, just anything, if it's anything I don't like, even if it's like a creator I don't like, I'll block them. I don't care. Like, like I have free will. And my
Yeah.
free will chooses for me to be happy. That's what I do with it. I don't really know about anybody else, but you know,
Oh, I wish I could choose that.
I choose it. I don't mean that it actually
Uh,
happens.
yeah, I try to choose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um,
I just don't have the energy to fight back anymore. Um,
yeah, I'd
but
seen your Last of
yeah, I
Us
was like, I'm
video,
done.
so
I'm out. But and maybe it's because I'm probably not as entrenched in the Life is Strange community as you are, but I feel like I haven't seen like a lot of upset about it yet. And
It's probably because you're not as deep into it.
yeah, yeah.
So be thankful. But
I'm
um
gonna remain blissfully ignorant and talk
I
about how much I liked it.
like la la
La
la
la
like
la la la.
um yeah. Um and I don't really care. I mean, if people want to hate it, whatever, that's your prerogative. It
Yeah.
literally doesn't you're not taking my happiness from me.
Mhm.
So, uh, the only thing I do, and this even goes outside of Life is Strange, I just talk about things that I enjoy and my personal opinions and beliefs. You can agree with it or not agree with it. I literally don't care. Like if you
Yeah.
don't, okay.
It's just
Tell
fucking wild when people start assigning like morality to your opinions about video games. Like,
God. Like you didn't
my
understand
God.
this. Like, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
If you support this casting, then you're a bigot or something. I'm just like, the fuck are you talking about?
no, like there are people out there in the Life is Strange community that'll be like, "Hey, I see what you're saying, and this is how I feel." And I'm like, I never thought about it that point of view. This is how I see it. Like because that's the type of videos that I want to make. I want to welcome conversation. I don't want you to agree with me. I mean, you can, but I want to have a conversation about the games. That's
Hmm.
it. And I know that's what you want to do, like what you wanted to do with The Last of Us, but we know how that goes. But
It just became fucking impossible, man. I tried. I really did. Oh my God.
like
It's also, they say don't feed the troll for a reason, right? Like some,
I do it sometimes because I have fun doing it. Like so many people are like, "Why
yeah.
you feed into these people?" And I was like, "Because I want to make them look stupid." Like,
Well, I think it depends what you're talking about too. Like there's a difference between just replying to somebody's dumb opinion about a game versus like trying to defend yourself from slander. Like,
right, right. Defending myself from slander, I don't normally do that because I literally don't care. Slander me.
how do I get this attitude? How do I
I will teach you. I'll teach a
Okay.
course.
Okay.
uh,
How does one not care what others think of them? I would like to learn.
I, on our next video.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
we're literally just Max and Chloe.
Don't you rewind this.
I've already done it 5 times.
But I mean, that's just always how I've been as a person. Like, I've just never cared what people said to me or about me or anything. And I don't know. Like, it's just, and maybe that's because I've always been such like an argumentative and blunt person. But like feeding into the trolls, like the sense of like that my last video I just made, like talking shit about that person who like was saying that we don't need people of color, like and I'm like that shit like that needs to be
Yeah,
shined a light on
that's
because
yeah,
yeah, that's not
because
okay.
that's just objectively bad. Like I
Yeah.
love how you started like, first of all, ew.
Literally so many people commented that on like YouTube and everyone was like, I love your energy. And I was like, because I'm like, ew. Like, ew. like, like, I'm sorry. In the big year of 2026, is it really that cool to be a fucking bigot? Really? And
Yeah.
you're putting that on the internet for everyone to see. I blocked them right after I screenshotted that comment. I blocked them because I'm like,
Good.
I don't want you in my space.
No.
You're gross. And I also block people like that, not for me, but I don't want other people to see that because I know that's a lot more harmful to other people who care about those types of things. And I don't
Yeah.
want that in my community. That's the not that's not the type of community I'm trying to cultivate.
Whenever anyone's like, "Oh, the creator's deleting my comments," I'm like, "It's probably because you said something fucking crazy and I don't want other people to see it."
Right,
Like,
right. Like
I'm
when you're
actually
in
doing you a favor.
right, like I'm making you look better.
I'm saving you the embarrassment, actually.
Like literally, like when you start insulting people and like bringing like all of these types of things in there and you're bullying people, it's no longer a conversation at that
Yeah.
point. And
Or even
that
just like hyperbolic, like vitriol, like just like, oh, they fucked up the show, they fucked up the game, they hate their fans, like they're beside, like blah blah blah, that kind of shit. I'm like, that's not productive, like,
it's the
and
same people that's like fan service cash grab slop.
yeah,
Like
exactly. It's like you're
you're
not
just
actually,
regurgitating the same shit that everyone is saying.
yeah, you're not actually contributing to a conversation. You're just like spewing your opinion, and then anybody who doesn't agree with you is like a bad person, I guess. That's the kind of shit that I usually just get rid of because I think
Yeah.
it's only going to add to more argument instead of actually like connection and conversation.
See,
So
with that type of shit, what I do is I respond to them and I'll be like, why? I'll just say why because most of the time they don't end up responding to me, but sometimes they do because I want to see if they will say dumber things. And I'm like, I'm waiting for that golden comment to come out of them. I wait for it because then I'm like, just give it to me, baby, please.
sometimes they'll be like, oh, there, there's this thing that happened, or they're very vague about what they're criticizing, and so I'll be like, I don't know what you're referring to. Can you give me some specific examples? And then they can't.
Yeah, yeah.
They can't. They're like, oh, just I can't remember now at the top of my head. There was just a couple things.
Because
Like,
there isn't any.
because there's nothing specific to back up your argument. Because it's probably not
Like,
your argument. And
right. You saw it on a viral video and you were
yeah,
like, you know
or
what?
Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah, this makes some sense. Like, and I'm like, no. Like, even I had seen somebody, like, it was, God, it was saying something about, like, how, Rihanna and, like, Hannah did not have any chemistry, and, like, people on Reddit were saying that, and I literally responded, and I said, hey, not everything you read on Reddit is true. Just like food for thought, baby. Like I don't. It's so insane to me. Like even outside of this, I've seen people in the Last of Us community and so many other communities, and people would be like, "Hey, a dev on Reddit," and I'm like, "Hey, did they provide their credentials? I could literally say that I'm the CEO of Microsoft on Reddit. Are you gonna believe me? Like everyone believes anything on Reddit. It's insane.
Mm.
How? How?
When
Like
did Reddit become this like super credible source for information? I
like
mean,
a
I know
bastion of
people
knowledge.
I know
Like,
people do like AMAs and stuff like that on there. And I think
yes.
I think there are methods for verification, but it's like it at the end of the day, it's a public forum where people can just say whatever they want
I
within
I
reason.
I had seen this one, it was years ago. Somebody had posted the link in like one of my comments and was like, "Hey, this was a dev that used to work at Deck 9 and saying like how things are fucked up there, right?" And I was like, "Okay, let's read the post." And so cuz they were pretty much telling me to stop glazing Deck 9. And I was like, "Well, I have free will, but okay." And so I read it. And then this person, it literally was a post of like, "Hey, I used to work at Deck 9 and they have shitty work environments and like blah 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 and they don't treat their people with like respect blah blah blah." And then that was it. Like it was just like a paragraph of just like saying that. I was like, there is no proof.
Yeah, they
I
probably
could
just made
say
it
that.
up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I could just fucking say that. I was like, it could just be a don't nod glazer and just wrote that. For real.
I
Like,
would not be surprised.
I mean, this is how a lot of diehard fans do. I mean, again, outside of Life is Strange, I mean, there's Last of Us people that be doing that shit. I mean,
They'll bring up stuff that happened years ago to discredit. There's still people who think that there's like a Mandela effect about some voice recorder in the first game that like proved
oh my
that
god, the Mandela fucking oh my god, I
that
made videos.
recorder does not
It
exist.
doesn't exist. Oh
And
my god.
it never
Oh
did. And some people are like, oh, well, they probably just removed it in the remaster or they
no,
removed it. And I was like, no, they
no.
didn't. How would they do that? If you have the disc, how the fuck would they patch that? Also, why would it never existed? Somebody just said it did.
I'm
And
trying
that
to look to
people
see if
just,
I have the fucking disc.
I don't think I do. Maybe I still have it somewhere. I had it on PS3. PS3. How are they going to patch that shit? But yeah, people still fucking reference that as like,
We're gonna put it in right now.
no. But no, I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff we've just said about like the Last of Us community could probably be said about Life is Strange and many other online fandoms because it seems like I think it's like a internet thing or a fandom thing. It's not just specifically like related to one fandom over another.
100%. I mean, like, I left the Marvel fandom for toxicity.
Mm.
There's a lot of fandoms that I just like left, and every fandom is going to be toxic. There's going to be toxic people. Okay, last thing I have on my notes. Do you want to do a ranking list? Now that Reunion is out, I haven't posted my video yet of my ranking of the games.
Oh, the
But
games. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Do you want me to go first? Then you can go.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'm gonna start from number one, and we'll work our way down to the last.
Okay.
First one, Before the Storm has not been dethroned for me. Um, it's still place in my heart. But number two is Reunion. I loved it
Mhm.
so much. It made me so happy, made my gay heart happy. Number three, I feel like my number three goes back and forth between the first game and True Colors. They go, I really love them both, but I'm going to say number three is Life is Strange. And then four is True Colors. Five is Double Exposure. Six is Life is Strange too.
Head
I,
cover.
I don't hate Life is Strange 2. I don't hate it. I love all the games. I just want to let you guys know they're all masterpieces. They're all amazing. I just didn't resonate with Life is Strange 2. Don't come for
Nuance,
me.
nuance, nuance. Um,
like
wow, okay. I think honestly, because I recently watched my partner play Before the Storm. It was the first time I'd revisited it for a while, and they actually didn't finish it. But I realized how much that game fucking drags. Like I
no.
love the relationship between
No.
Chloe and Rachel, but like there's so much just like pointless gameplay and like anyway, I think I'm gonna put Reunion in number one right now.
Ooh, okay.
Which I did not expect. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it's just, the novelty is still fresh. But yeah, I think I'm gonna
Regency
put
bias. That's what people are gonna
yeah,
say.
recency
Regency
bias.
bias.
Well, because I liked the story, I liked the characters, I liked the like solving a mystery concept.
Yeah.
And I feel like not all of the other Life is Strange games has all three, like strong characters, strong story, and strong gameplay. So that's why
The
I'm
gay
putting it there
definitely
for.
bumped it up for me. Like the gay moments.
Yeah, but I mean, there's gay moments in other ones, so that's not a.
I just feel like I just really, really liked these moments, I guess, in particular. Like their
I
conversations throughout the whole game of just it being so wholesome about each other.
Yeah, it was really
I live
cute.
I live
I
for
will
it.
say, I feel like we could have gotten like one more kiss, maybe.
I feel like we could have gotten some fucking spice.
I was like one kiss, one one kiss. Okay, maybe I'm being greedy. I don't know, but yeah, Reunion is number one right now. Before the Storm second. Um, third is Life is Strange. Fourth is True Colors. Fifth is Life is Strange 2. Seventh is Double Exposure.
So our lists are almost identical. I mean, we just
Almost.
all we do is
We
we
flipped the
just
first and last two, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I thought you were gonna be like me and you were gonna have Before the Storm in your first.
I did for the longest time until I played it recently, and maybe it's because I was more self-conscious of it because I was playing it with somebody and I could tell that they were not really liking it.
Mm.
And I was like, oh no.
We're no longer buddies.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. That's
No,
grounds
no.
for a breakup. You didn't like Before the Storm.
This is the
Um
last time we'll be doing this, guys. um, but no, I mean, you know, it don't matter to me how you or anybody else ranks the games. It's even though
Don't be mad at me. At least I didn't put the second one last.
and everyone cancel me now. Like, um, but for me, it's just I think that everyone should be rating their games based on how much fun or how much they enjoyed it or how much it resonated for them because that's how I rank the games. I base it on how much I can relate to the source material. And Before the Storm, I just relate to it so fucking heavily. It hits me so hard.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love Amber Price, so sorry.
It's like when I made my like ranking video for like the games I played in 2025 and I was struggling between like Claire Obscure and Lost Records for the number one spot.
Hard.
And I was gonna put Claire Obscure at number one because I think it was just obviously it was game of the year and I think objectively it's a better game, but like I ended up putting Lost Records in number one because like I loved Lost Records so much and like related to it so much more and like
Yeah.
it was special to me even though I don't think it was like objectively a better game than Claire Obscure. It
But
was a better game for me.
that's the difference of how people rate and review things, and that's
Yeah.
that's what I feel like a lot of people don't get. It's like it's my favorite game, or it's a masterpiece to me.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the difference right there. If you want to talk about objective masterpiece, yeah, Claire Obscure ones every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, it that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, like we said before, I mean, Life is Strange's, they're not masterpieces of games, but but they tell stories that are really important, that
Yeah.
really affect people, and that's why I like them. But yeah, Lost Records is in my top 6 favorite games that I played just last year when I made the video. Um, I
I
think
want more. Give us more. Don't
I
nod.
I know I hope they do give us something, uh, another something in that universe. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll have to see. But that's all we have for Life is Strange reunion. Basically we loved it, so you know, you guys tell us what you thought about it. If you hate it, we don't want to talk to you.
Tell us what you think, unless if you hated it, just go somewhere else. Go to
Go
Reddit.
somewhere else. No. We're just kidding. If you hate it, tell us why. And don't be polite about it. You know, let's have a respectable conversation about this.
Bring receipts. Bring specific reasons. No.
On this day.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe we'll do another one of these for, I don't know, something. If you guys like them, we'll do them. Whatever.
Yeah, let us know. We can talk about so many things.
Yeah.
Clearly.
You want a Last of Us one? We can give you a 5-hour one. You
Oh
just let us
God.
know.
I'll never stop if we start. I'll never stop.
We'll just have like, you know, the time card, like just keep
Yeah.
going 3 hours later. And then this thing that happened. Like,
You could do it on stream, and then at least it's like people can ask questions, but I don't know.
that would be fun. Oh my God, that would be so much fun doing like a dual stream, and then like we could just like be responding to like people live. Ooh.
Let us know if you want to live.
That would be, oh my God, guys, we could do like a dual like TikTok live, and we could just be responding to all your questions. Oh my God. If you guys want that, we'll do it, and we'll pour the tea.
We
all right?
will.
Yeah.
Literally.
You gonna get burned. It's gonna be piping hot.
It's gonna be steaming.
All right. Well, let us know if you want more of this shit. We're leaving. Bye-bye.
Bye.